Here's something that sounds obvious, but a lot of home service businesses don't really calculate it. When a Google LSA lead comes in as a phone call and your business misses that call, you may still be paying for that lead. So the issue is not only how much did Google charge me for the lead, the bigger question is, did we actually handle that lead in a way that gave us a chance to book the job? Because if the phone rings, nobody answers, and the customer moves on, that lead did not just disappear, it still affected your numbers. A lot of business owners say Google LSA is too expensive. And sometimes, yes, lead costs can be high. But many times, LSA feels expensive because the company is losing leads after they arrive. The lead comes in, the customer is interested, they need help, but the business misses the call, goes back too late, or doesn't follow up properly. So from the owner's point of view, it feels like we're paying for leads, but we're not getting enough jobs. And that is where you have to look at the full process, not just the lead price. Google LSA is not just an ad system, it is also a lead response test. Because once the lead comes in, Google is not answering your phone for you. Google is not calling the customer back, it's not sending a follow-up text, it's not making sure the dispatcher asks the right questions. The part is on the business and on you. And in home services, that matters a ton because the company that responds faster and handles the lead more cleanly usually gives itself a better chance to win the job. A missed call is not neutral. It is not just, okay, we missed one call, no big deal. It can mean a lost job, it can mean wasted lead cost, it can lower your booking rate, and it can increase your cost per booked job. So even if your cost per lead looks normal, your real cost can become expensive because too many of those leads are not turning into booked jobs. That is why missed calls are not only a customer service problem, they're a marketing cost problem. Let's keep the math simple, okay? Let's say you get 10 LSA leads. Out of those 10, you miss 3. That means you only really had 7 live chances to book the customer. But financially, you didn't pay for 7, you paid for all 10. And that's the part that matters, because when you calculate performance, you can not only look at the calls you answered, you have to include the leads you missed too. Those missed calls are part of the real cost. Now, look how quickly the numbers change. Let's say you spend $800 and book 2 jobs. That gives you a cost per booked job of $400. But if you recover just one more call and turn that into one more booked job, now you have 3 jobs from the same $800. Now your cost per booked job drops to about $267. Same spend, same lead source, but a very different result. And that is why lead handling matters so much. Sometimes the opportunity is not only to get more leads, it is to stop wasting the leads you already paid for. This is especially true in home services. If someone has a leak, no heating or whatever, they're usually not waiting for one company. They may call 2 or 3 businesses. And if one company answers quickly and sounds helpful, that company has a big advantage. So when a lead is missed, you are not just losing a phone call, you may be losing the moment when the customer was ready to book. This does not mean the response has to be perfect, okay? It means it has to be fast, clear, useful. A simple answer like, yes, we can help, what's going on, or let me check the next available slot. It can't be perfect for a callback. That comes an hour later. Because by then, the customer may already have booked someone else. So their goal is not to create some complicated sales script. The goal is to make sure every good lead gets a fast, serious response. So what should happen when a call is missed? First, call back quickly. Super important. Second, send a simple text. Something like, hey, this is your company name. Sorry, we missed your call. Do you still need help with service? With your specific service? It does not need to be fancy. Third, Have a backup responder if the main person is busy. Fourth, track the outcome. Was it booked? Was it lost? Was it a bad fit? Last but not least, follow up one more time if it makes sense. A lot of businesses lose leads simply because there is no simple recovery process. And if you want me to look at where the leads are leaking in your own LSA process, I'll put the free diagnostic link in the description. No passwords, no account access, just a quick review and 2 practical wins. That is the basic system I want you to see. A lead comes in. If the call is answered, awesome. If there's no answer, there should be an automatic text or a very fast manual text. Then a callback. Then, if needed, a second attempt. And finally, the lead should be marked clearly. Booked, lost, bad fit, no answer, or whatever. Because if you don't track that, you don't really know what happened. You just know what money was spent and the result wasn't clear. And that makes it very, very hard to improve the system. Before blaming lead quality, I would ask a few simple things. Who answered the lead? How fast did they answer? If the call was missed, was there a callback? Was there a text? Was the lead tracked? Because sometimes a business says these leads are bad, but when you look closer, the lead was good, it just wasn't handled fast enough. Now, of course, some leads really are bad, that happens. But if you want to separate bad leads from badly handled leads, because those two are very different things. The goal is not just more calls. The goal is more booked jobs from the calls you already paid for. That's the whole point. If you improve answer speed, missed call recovery, follow-up, review flow, and tracking, you may improve performance without immediately increasing budget. And that is usually a smarter place to start. Because if the process is leaking, more leads just put more pressure on a broken system. Fix the leak first, then think about scaling. If your Google LSA leads feel expensive, I can take a look at your setup and lead process. I offer a free 30-minute diagnostic, no passwords, no account access. I'll look for the obvious leaks, show you 2 quick wins, and tell you what I would fix first. If it makes sense to work together after that, we can talk about it. If not, you still leave with useful insights. The link is in the pinned comment and the description. And remember, if you missed the call, you may have still paid for the lead. So make sure the leads you already have are getting a real chance to become booked jobs.